Leo. You're moving up silently. You're taking certain steps very silently, very ambitious, but you're doing it silent, like quite quietly, which it's interesting. What I'm getting is that some people around you may get a rude awakening as well, like they didn't think you could do it or make it or something, but you know that you're on your way anyway. So things like that, it's like you can look back and just wave at them. That's what I'm seeing. You know, you're doing very well. You're going to do very well for yourself. And there's also something about, it's like it's a very strong week of you giving honest opinions, giving real honesty. Maybe some of you very brutally honest as well. But, you know, others are, in fact, listening to that. They do appreciate your honesty. So, you know, do keep with that. That is actually one of the qualities, elements that you have that people find very attractive of you, if it's genuine, you know, of course. And just trying to help people is what I'm seeing. But all, in the midst of everything, you're doing something where you're going up, and it's like you're working in silence, and then finally when you get there, you know, you're kind of really shouting at the top of your lungs, like, oh, hello everybody up here, you know, and they didn't really see you go up. So there's something here that you're working smartly, and there were a few things that you may have to refine, and adjust. I'm getting a specific message about premises. I don't know if you need permission for or something about the premises that you're working in. But it looks good. Whatever it is about these particular premises that you're working in looks really, really good. There is something about your childhood or the food that you could be eating that really reminds us, like you've forgotten just how good this piece of thing is that you're tasting that dissolves in your mouth. I know it's very weird and random, but that's what I'm guessing. But it's taking you back to your childhood. Heavy nostalgia is what I'm getting here for you, Leo. There is someone around you that has terrible mood swings, and you can pick up on that just like as soon as, you know, they're about to go into one, and it's like you know how to stay clear because you don't want any drama, so you're kind of stepping away the best you can. You know, if you don't need to deal with them, then it's like, okay, I actually have other plans by kind of thing. You know, you're you're doing good. It's like the whole reading, you're doing an excellent job of evading you know, evading drama, unnecessary drama, or things that you just don't want to be involved in. I do see some heavy discussions though are happening, some important discussions coming through. It's like there's a situation where more than one person wants to get to the bottom of it and solve something that felt very some kind of entanglement that's been going on for quite some time, quite a long time. And I do see strong teamwork here that can have this result. It can be resolved. Someone is definitely paying attention to you. They have their eye on you, and you are starting to pick up on this. You never really thought that they would have these sort of feelings towards you, but something is coming through. There is expressing themselves, you know, and wanting to see if you want to give it a go. Do you want to try this out, sort of thing, you know? There's not necessarily in a rush. I do see you thinking about it, but the ball is in your corner with that. All right. Let's see what the cards have for you, Leo. Oh, Five of Swords. Okay. The Empress. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you definitely are going up around doing something so no one can see you. That's coming through very clearly, but you're doing it for just so you can keep that chance open is what I'm seeing, you know. And you're tired and bored. I do see there's a lot of boredom that you had of just doing things the same way or repeating certain things over and over again. And it's just like you want to attempt this in a different way. Even if others find it strange, it's your way and it can really, really pay off and work as well. And I do see it's a strong commitment, something that, because you can see this thing can be very abundant, it can be very successful. It's a very good period, you know, of this energy that can be very successful. But you have to, it's a strong work ethic is what I'm seeing, commitment, long-term plans. So it can enable you to, with this Knight of Wands, to say, yes, let's keep going. There's strong action, but also you have such great drive as well. Not everybody may necessarily agree with whatever it is or how you're doing it, is what I'm seeing. But that's not stopping you. I get a message about, like, you have to feed yourself. That's what I'm getting. So sometimes you don't want to be stopped because you're doing this so you can live properly, you know. Let's see how this comes through. The Knight of Wands. But yeah, you have, what I'm seeing is that you've been able to adjust. And, oh, the Queen of Wands. Wow. Fire, fire, fire. You've been able to adjust, and you're going to, yes, I love this, finding yourself in a very powerful position here. You have the green light. There is something here, Leo, that is expanding, and it is a lot bigger than what you can currently see or realize, actually. The thing that you were working on and manifesting, connected to a dream, is going to open up more doors, more avenues. And I'm also seeing something about a soul connection. You know, wherever it is that you're going brings you to a chance encounter with someone that you have a soul connection with. Feeling grateful, and there's a lot of compassion, feeling really, really good about your accomplishments and others sharing that as well. Just where you are, you know. I'm seeing like you're at the top of your game. You're at the top of your game here. There's a few, you know, things that you've had to compromise on in the past, and I do see that sometimes you felt like you were just left behind. Hence why sometimes you have to go the back way when no one's looking, whatever that may be, you know. If you're up for a job, let's say, and then your co-workers are also like another one or two other ones, but you're not going to say anything, just because you don't want to jinx it, and you want to make sure that you do get that job. You make sure that stays your priority, and then you get it, and then they may be surprised and say, well, how come you didn't say it? So that may be the thing that was a little bit, you know, that they may find a little bit surprising, but you had to do what you had to do. That's what I'm seeing. You have to stick by it. I see someone enamored by you. Someone really has a lot of affection and love towards you. And that's continuous. That's what I'm seeing. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. I love it. Yes, there's a very strong admirer around you. Definitely. There's a very strong, like, chemistry or energetic kind of pull towards you. I do see you taking things in your own time when it comes to that part of the things, for those of you that are, you know, in that situation. And with the Nine of Cups, yes, you know, you do get to that point. You are receiving these fulfillments. You're receiving these blessings. And you'll always have, your stomach will always be full. And we just talked about you needing to feed yourself and to make sure that's continuous, of course. And you're going to be more than satisfied here. You know, you've accomplished something, and it's a really great fulfillment and a blessing to receive.